Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. If you've never been here before, hello. My name is Brittany. My channel name is pronounced BRATTERSTEIN. Today's video, as I'm sure you gathered from the title and the thumbnail, is going to be an interesting one, a fun one, if I do say so myself. And I do say so myself. Today's video is going to be my very first time trying Today's video is going to be my very first time trying Natasha Denona eyeshadows. The infamous, the elusive, the very expensive Natasha Denona eyeshadows. I never actually learned how to snap, so whenever I do this, I'm just like, this is as loud as it gets. Sorry, my cat is being crazy and ripped down. Yeah, that's what I thought. So, Natasha Denona, whose eyeshadow palettes are typically $129, has now, my God, this cat. So, Natasha Denona, whose eyeshadow palettes are typically $129 for eyeshadow, $129 for an eyeshadow palette, has recently released a brand new palette, which is a full-size palette for $65. It is not as large as her typical $129 eyeshadow palettes, but it's also not a mini that's this big that costs us $25. It's an actual eyeshadow palette. Let me show you. One second. The palette that we're going to be playing with and talking about and reviewing today is this beautiful little Sunrise eyeshadow palette. Don't look at my arm. I already did the swatches. I don't know if you can tell, but I already actually did the makeup portion of this video. So I already know what I think. You just don't know what I think. It's a secret and you have to watch to find out. So I don't know how long ago, maybe 2 years ago, Natasha Denona released a Sunset eyeshadow palette, which was my first soiree, or the first time I even learned Natasha Denona existed, because that palette was gorgeous and I wanted to buy it. I did not, because I'm not crazy and $129 is way above my budget. So when this one was released for $65 and it's the little baby sister, the Sunrise palette, I was like, is it you? Is it you I've been waiting for? So that I could try Natasha Denona eyeshadow palettes, because I've only heard good things about her eyeshadows. I've heard that they will take 10 years off your life, cure cancer, and give you good luck for the next 10 years. So naturally I swooped it up immediately and now I have it, and I have been playing with it for about a week. This is not a first impression, and so I have a well-rounded idea of what I think. I've tried the majority of the shades. I used like 60 of them on my eyes today, and I have some thoughts that I'm going to give you to let you know if I think it's worth it to pick up this palette. Do I think it's worth it? Stay tuned to find out. So real quick, let me just show you what the inside looks like so you have an idea of what we're in for. Okay guys, so these are the shades right here. These are the shades we're going to be looking at and putting on my eyes today. So I hope you are excited. And if you are excited and at any point in time you like what you're seeing, make sure to give it a like, because that's what you do when you like something. You like it, and just let me know that you like it, because I'd love to know that you like it. And of course, before we get started, make sure to smash that subscribe button and become part of the Brat Pack. I put out new videos every week, and I would love to have you here to hang out with me, so I'm not just a weirdo sitting in my living room talking to myself with no one to interact with. That would be weird, right? That'd be super weird. But when people are talking to you and hanging out with you, it's not quite as weird. So if you could do that, that would be tight. Okay, and I think it's time we just go ahead and get into this video. I've been sitting here forever, so I think it's time we get into it and you can see what I think about the new Natasha Denona Sunrise eyeshadow palette. Do you want to do that? Let's do that. Let's do that right now. Right now. If you would like to see my thoughts and see me do swatches and a review and a tutorial with the brand new Natasha Denona Sunrise eyeshadow palette, just keep on watching. I need to figure out how to make Starbucks at home, because this is ridiculous, the amount of money. If I was to seriously sit down and figure out how much money I spend on Starbucks a month, it would be ridiculous. I could buy my own espresso maker and my own thing that steams milk and my own teacher to make me chai tea, because listen, this is, a chai tea latte with 3 shots of espresso. And this was $7! Who do I think I am to spend $7 on coffee? I only get it like maybe 2 times a week, but still, ridiculous. 2 to 4 times a week. Ridiculous. Okay guys, let's go ahead and just get into it. First, let me give you like a close-up shot, like a money shot, so you can see all the shades and stuff, because I know that's like what you're here for. So let me give you a quick little sunrise. It's rising like the sun, like its namesake, because sunrise palette. So those are the shades there. Now you've seen them. Now let's move on. Now you've seen them again, because I'm sure I showed you them in the beginning. Now you've seen them over and over. Now let's go ahead and get started right now. I'm going to start by taking Morning with a big fluffy brush like this. It's the lightest matte shade in the palette. All right, let's work that into the crease, just creating some sort of depth and starting shade to this look. I don't know what I'm going to do yet, which is usually when my best looks come out, so let's see what today brings. And there we are. It blends out super easy, super nice, super cute, nice shade. So I don't know if you can tell, but there is some kick up with that shade. I don't think that matters. I'm not a big person I'm not a big person. Well, I'm a large person. I'm a large and in charge person, but I was never a person who had an issue with fallout. But if you were a person who had an issue with fallout, then just know there's a little bit with this. It's not bad. It's 2019. Is fallout still an issue? Are we still talking about it? I don't know. But in case we are, and in case you wanted to know, there is a little bit of kick up with that shade. Next, I'm going to go in with the shade Morgan right here and work that a little bit lower. This is a really pretty peach shade. I am a fan of the tones in this palette. I find them to be very pretty. I know I seemed like I was going to say more there, and then I didn't. I think they're pretty, and I think that they're semi-unique. Okay, I'm now going to go in with what is easily my favorite shade in the palette, and it's Carnelian. It's this beautiful orange shade. It's very, very unique. I can't think of any shade I have that's quite that tone of orange. And I contemplated whether this entire palette was worth it for that one shade because it's so beautiful. I did determine that it wasn't for one shade, but it crossed my mind because that's how gorgeous I find it. So I'm going to work that now. And the Carnelian shade does have more kick up. I didn't find that much with Morgan. Such a pretty orange. I did a look that I posted on my Instagram, which if you are unfamiliar, I'll put it on the screen. It is BRATTERSTEIN. If you want to follow along, I posted a story where I did a whole eye look with only Carnelian and a little bit of, I think, the yellow to blend out the crease, and put Carnelian all over the lid, a whole wash on the lower lash line, everything, and just the shade was so pretty. It's just such a beautiful orange, and it's very unique. It's like, it reminds me of a flower that I've seen. It's like a shade that you would find in nature and be like, and it's here in this eyeshadow palette, and I've never seen it before. I definitely want to make sure to have that prevalent in this look because I'm obsessed with it. It's so pretty. And into the crease, inner and outer corner. I think we're going to do a halo situation here. I think that's where we're going. Taking a little bit more of Morgan and working that into the crease to make sure we don't lose that peachiness that we started with. Yeah, there we go. I'm now going to take the shade Glory and use that to deepen up and change the tone a little bit on the inner and outer corner. It's a really pretty shade. At first I thought that it was something that I had never seen before when I first saw it, and then I remembered my ABH Modern Renaissance has a tone similar to this. I think it's called Love Letter, but it is very beautiful. And on first glance I thought that I had never seen it before. Okay, so I feel like I'm really taking the namesake of Sunset palette to exactly where I want it to be because I feel like my eyes look sort of like a sunset right now. So that's good, that's good, that's good. Wait, where am I? Wait, I saw it. Look at, there's me. Wait. Dang it. Okay, I'm now going to go in with the shade Clove, and I'm going to deepen it up. That's the deepest shade in the palette. Well, the deepest matte in the palette. It's a very deep, very rich shade. I'm gonna need to blend that out. Don't judge me. I'm taking the brush that I initially put on that orange carnelian with, and I'm just blending out those edges, taking it sort of into the crease. I'm not taking the darker red tone shades into the crease much because I find with my eye shape it doesn't work quite as well, so I'm just kind of like lightly blending it but keeping mostly the lighter orange in the crease, like that. And that is what the tops of our eyes are looking like right now. Nice little crease situation. Let's work on the lower lash line real quick before we put the center in. So just for the sake of using more colors, I'm going to go in with the shade right here, which is Jasper. Jasper. Why do I know somebody named Jasper? Do we know a Jasper? Is there a Jasper? This is a really pretty shade also. I was thinking of Jackson Rathbone when I was trying to figure out who Jasper was in my mind. Jackson Rathbone was the guy who played one of the Cullens in the Twilight movies. I can't remember which Cullen. It was the little one, the little cute one. Not Robert Pattinson, but the other little cute one, the newest vampire to the vampire world. And I just thought that was the most metal name I'd ever heard in my entire life. I was like, this actor's name is Jackson Rathbone. That sounds fake. But I thought it was like the coolest name I'd ever heard in my life. And I was like, this guy's tough. I want to be this guy's friend. Jackson Rathbone. Don't know a Jasper. Okay, I want to make it a little rosier, so I'm going to take Glory and throw that down there also. Throw that down on that lash line with that Jasper. Just to rosy it up a bit. Yeah, like that. Yes. Ooh, yes. I'll do that on the inner and the outer. Leave the center. Maybe we'll add something down there. I don't know. I want to use as many shades as possible for you guys, obviously. I wouldn't probably use this many shades together on like a daily, but this is for a video for you to see how the shades perform, so throw down as many as you can. Throw them down, throw them down. Yes, cute. Whew. Okay, for the center of the upper eyeball, let's go ahead and take the shade Poppy first and put that in the center with our finger. Whew, that is nice. I don't think I've used this shade yet. All right, so there's Poppy. That's obviously like a really, really beautiful shade. I can't complain about it at all. I feel like it blends well with the colors I have on my eye. I do want to switch it up a little more and put something in the center of that. And for that, I'm going to take the shade Aster here. It's that really pretty purple shade. And I'm going to pop that in the center of that. It's like that. Ooh, that duochrome situation. I'm going to put that in the center of that. Ooh, yes. That is so pretty. It's a really pretty little sunset situation, honestly. It's so cute. And you know what? I don't use this many eyeshadows when I do a look, but I'm gonna put another one in the center of that. I'm gonna take the shade Awakening and just pop that right in the center because it's even lighter and it also has that purpley tone. So I think it could be really cute. Just for even more, yeah, just a little even more brightness. My eyelid kind of looks wet, like it looks like a water situation. Water situation. Okay, I need to calm down. It's very cute. I need to calm down. What should I put in the center of the lower lash line? Wish you guys were here so you could like look at it and choose for me. What for the center of the lower lash line? Let's go with Azalea. That could be cute. That could be cute. That's gonna be cute. There's Azalea on my pinky. Need to get a mirror. Need to get real close to my face. Sorry guys, but I do. Oh yes, that's cute. That's a cute shade. It's a cute shade. Kind of makes it look like I've been crying a bit. It's just a little wet down there. Which could be very good. It's kind of on brand for me to just be crying for no reason, you know? And you know what? Screw it. Let's also put Agate in the center of that. I'm just pouring every shade all at once right now. Okay, there you go. And it gives you that halo effect. Cute, 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 cute. Let's do an inner corner highlight, huh? And for an inner corner highlight, I bet you. Let's see if you can guess. I'm going to put the palette up on the screen. And I'm going to let you choose. Give me a guess on which shade you think I'm going to use. Okay, have you put your guess down below? I'm going to take the yellow brow. That is Citrine. I'm going to pop that on the inner corner of the eye. And Citrine does have a good amount of kick up. It's one of those more powdery ones in the palette, but like I said, I don't really care about that. That looks so cute. Ooh, 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 ooh. Let's get close, show you. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm going to put on some mascara and lips. I'm going to give you a quick round of arm swatches just for your reference. You know, I know people like to have that just so that they can see them all in one place. I know I enjoy that. And then I'll come back and give you my final thoughts and my review on the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette, the $65 eyeshadow palette. So give me a second and I'll be right back to do those things for you. Okay, 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 okay. Okay guys, so here is the palette right here that we're going to be doing swatches of. I'm trying to keep my mirror pointed up so that you cannot see my entire house. And now let's go. Here is Poppy, Citrine, Phlox, and Awakening. Last on that row is Laurel. Laurel. For the next row, we have Aster, Glory, little glow bug, Azalea, Morgan, and Agate. Agate. All right, then we have Clove. Didn't swatch very well at all. Carnelian, my baby. Jasper, aka Jackson Rathbone. Morning, the lightest shade in the palette. And last but not least, Day Spring, which is a gorgeous shade. And those are all the swatches of all the shades in the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Those are not good swatches. I'm so sorry. Sorry, guys, sorry. Okay, guys, you just saw the swatches, and now this is the completed look. All right, guys, so those are the arm swatches, and you just got to see me do them firsthand. Sorry that they look so crappy. This is probably some of the worst arm swatches I've ever done, but I kind of think swatches are a little dumb, and I just do them for comparison, so that you can look at them and see what they look like on my skin, but it's never an indication of how the eyeshadows work. I can say that with 100% certainty. I've seen some swatches, like for example, some of these swatched kind of crappy, but all of them performed well on the eyes. All the ones that I used performed well on the eyes. So take that with what you will. But if you want to screen cap this and save it for later, here you go. Here are the swatches. Okay, and now let's get into my final thoughts on the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. Okay, so I think this palette is very, very pretty. I mean, the shades are obviously pretty. They perform really well. I think the packaging is good. I've never touched any other Natasha Denona palette, so I don't know what the packaging is normally like, but I like this hard packaging. I know I'd seen people kind of complain about the previous packaging, but I've never firsthand touched it. I do like the packaging on this palette. So here's the thing with this. It's totally going to be a personal preference if you think this palette is worth it. It's $65. That's really expensive. However, most Natasha Denona palettes are $129. That is her standard. They're much bigger. They're bigger pan sizes, but they're $129. So when I saw this one online for $65, I got very excited because it's an actual size, like a palette, which was great because they do sell minis, but they're literally this big for $25. And I'm always just I can't do it. That seems like a ripoff to me. It does. To me and my life and who I am and what I like to spend, that seemed like a ripoff. So when I saw this, I got swept away in the price tag in that it was half of what it normally is. So I was excited because I've always wanted to try her formula because I hear nothing but good things. Nothing but it being a life-changing best formula of life. So I've been wanting to try it. So since it was on sale, I picked it up. Well, not on sale. Since it was cheaper and a more reasonably priced palette, if you consider $65 to be reasonable, which at the time I did, this would be a good way to try the shadows and actually get a good range of colors, because the colors are beautiful, don't get me wrong. However, to me personally, this palette is not worth it, and it's simply because it's not a formula thing. It's nothing like that. It's just that these tones are not the type of tones that I wear often. I don't think reds and red tones look particularly good on me, and I don't use a ton of shimmers. So though I think the shadows performed great, because they did, they all blended really nicely. They're soft shadows. They are a little bit powdery, but I didn't get any fallout on my face with the mattes. A little bit with the shimmers, but I mean, I was it happens. You get fallout with shimmers. Though I think the quality is good, because it is, I just don't think it's worth it for me with these particular shades. Now, if she released what was that? If she released a neutral palette with all mattes, maybe 3 shimmers. You can give me 3 shimmers for the day that I might want it. But if she released the Biba palette, but in a smaller version for $65, I would probably buy that, and I think that might be worth it to me. But for shades like this that I won't use that often, to me, it's not worth it. If these are the type of shades that you use on the daily, I think you would like it. If $65 is reasonable to you for eyeshadow, I don't think you'll be disappointed with the quality because it works well. They're nice and they're soft and they blend super easy. I will say that. They blend amazingly. So if this palette speaks to you, and you have the money, and these are shades you'll use, I think it's a good deal. If you're getting swept away like I did based on the fact that it's $65 and you're oh my god, I can finally try it, but these shades don't speak to you, you might not be as stoked about it as someone else would be. So that's kind of where it lays. For me, it's not worth it. I might honestly return it. I've been playing with it, and I don't think I can justify the price tag for myself. I don't know. I'm going back and forth just simply because there are some shades in it that are so gorgeous to me that I'm like, oh, I want to keep it for them, but it's like 2 or 3 shades, and it's like it's $70 because with tax it was $70. Worth 3 shades to me? That'd be ridiculous, but I don't know. Tell me what you think down below. Are these shades that like you're so hard for? Because they're gorgeous. Don't get me wrong. Carnelian is so beautiful, and I really like, what was the name of it? Wait. Phlox is a gorgeous red metallic, and I'm not even into red, but Phlox is beautiful. It's almost the exact shade of this this packaging. But yeah, that's kind of what it comes down to me. I think the formula is great. I think this is sort of like a Juvia's Place situation to me, where I heard so much about it that I was swept away, and I thought it was going to be eyeshadow that changed my life. And like it's just eyeshadow though, man. Like all brands now are putting out quality eyeshadow that it's a little bit hard to be blown away when everything is good. You know what I mean? So that's kind of where I'm at. I think the palette is good. I think if you like the shades, you will like the palette. That's what I think. And I think that my eye look came out really, really, really pretty, even though these are tones that I don't normally wear. And I don't think they are the most flattering on me. I think that this look is really, really pretty. I think it looks good with this lip. Dutters approves. I don't know if you can see him. You can't see him. Come up here, say hi. Come up here, say hi. Yes. Dutter's cat thinks it's pretty too, but he's like, you could have used those $70 to buy me so many treats and so many toys. He doesn't play with toys. He sleeps on the bed, and half the time I think he has passed away because he lays there like this and doesn't move. So, you a rotten dead cat. You died 10 years ago, and we just kept you around because we love you. He's a pet cemetery cat. He died, and we buried him, and he came back, and now here he is, rotten and stinky and hanging out. Okay, guys, that completes this video. These are my thoughts on the Natasha Denona Sunrise palette. I wish that I liked it better. I wish that these tones were more me. I did pick up the Melt Cosmetics Gemini palette, which tonally I think is going to be right up my alley. So make sure to subscribe, smash that subscribe button, become part of the Brat Pack to come back and see that video, because I'm going to be doing a look on it immediately as soon as I get it. And I'm probably going to pick up the Jeffree Star Jawbreaker palette as well. So if you want to see my thoughts on that, make sure to subscribe and come back. If you want to keep up with me on my other social media, I'm very, very, very active on Instagram stories. I'll put it on the screen here. BRATTERSTEIN is for my makeup Instagram and my Twitter. And if you want to follow my fitness journey, it is FATTERSTEIN. Lost 90 pounds, gained 20 back, trying to get back on my shiz. So if that's an interest to you, make sure to follow those. And if at any point during this video you liked what you saw, give it a like if you liked it, because that's what you should do when you like something, and it helps me out. Every like, every comment, every subscription, every share helps a small YouTuber branch out to more people. So if you want to help a sister out, I would not decline the help and the love. Okay, so that's going to be it. If you want to binge watch anything, I'll put it over here. I like to binge, so if you want to binge, they'll be over here, and my face is another place for you to subscribe in case I didn't give you enough options for that, even though I'm sure I did. Thank you very much. I appreciate you hanging out with me on my corner of YouTube when you could be anywhere else in the world, and I hope very much to see you next time. Bye, guys.